Congratulations to Terence Crawford for inking a multi-year deal with Top Rank. We was asking about his contract. He had been with Top Rank about 14, 15 fights, right around there. And he reads up with Scam Daddy and Top Rank. But we back. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. Your boy CJ Goodfellow, one time for the one time. Definitely appreciate everybody listening. And, Terence Crawford said in an article, and I'll link it to the description from Boxing Scene, that, he said the super fights that everybody wants to see happen will happen. He said, mark my words. You know what I'm saying? And if those fights do happen, then I'm all for it, man. You know what? And I'm going to take him at his word that these fights will happen. And, congratulations to him. Brian McIntyre, Bo Mack, his coach, said this is the most lucrative deal for an individual boxer in boxing right now. So, he said it's a deal that he helped put together. And congratulations to Team Bud Crawford for putting together a hell of a deal, apparently according to, Brian Bo Mack. And, get your money. That's all I can say. If he's happy with the situation, why should we be mad that he signed with Top Rank? You know what I'm saying? Even though we know that, this is the kind of the era of where you don't need a promoter. The promoter's not, giving you deals with Nike to not endorse you. But once you're happy and you content with a certain amount of dollar signs, it's cool. But that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these fighters don't have the hunger. They see Floyd getting 10, 20, 30, up to hundreds of millions of dollars. That's ambition. And if people are happy with making whatever they're making with their promotional company, manager, advisors, why should we be angry with that? If he's happy and content, so be it. Everybody that got away from Bob Arum, as far as Oscar and Floyd, they went on to do big things. You know what I'm saying? But, at the end of the day, like I said, he's happy. Let's be happy for the man. And if he says the fight's going to happen, do I fucking believe him? No, I don't believe him them fights going to happen. But, eventually you got to look at it and say, shit, he going to run out of people to fight. So he going to have to fight a Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter at some point, right? But the thing about it is, all those dudes are busting at the seams. And what I mean by that, all those dudes legitimately can move up to 154 pounds at any given moment. They say Danny is barely making this weight. Errol Spence came from 54 and so did Sean Porter. Keith Thurman fought at like 152 in the amateurs as well, too. So he can move up at any given time. He having problems cutting the weight I heard off as well. So he can legitimately wait it out till all those guys move up. And then, and then clean the belts out and do it that way. It can happen. But everybody knows the pitfalls of signing with Top Rank. And obviously, he happy. He not hitting those pitfalls. He happy fighting Jose Benavidez. He happy fighting Ingus or Carlos Adames. Or he knows something we don't know. He'll be happy to fight Amir Khan and Kell Brook. Hopefully that can happen for him in the near future. But a lot of these dudes, they don't want it, man. They don't want it. I'm not saying he's one of them. Because obviously he's been promised, certain fights and fights are going to happen. Was he begging Bob Arum after the Jeff Horn fight? Yes. Come on, Bob, let me fight him. He feel confident. He's assured it's going to happen. But one thing it is that he got a belt at 147, all right? And then he has an opportunity, okay? He has an opportunity to fight high money fights versus lower competition for lower risk. You can't beat that. And he, like he said in this quote, he owned the biggest boxing brand. He feels ESPN's the biggest boxing brand, biggest sports brand. It is. It's a major media outlet, But then again, didn't they put you on the ESPN Plus app? But they was just doing that because they said Terence Crawford was a massive star and they wanted people to come to the app because they wanted to watch Terence Crawford. That wasn't the case because we never got the numbers. Nobody even knew he was fighting on that app, even though I was telling people for a long time. They called me a liar and all types of things. But like I say, man, at the end of the day, man, we can't even get the fights on Premier Boxing Champions we want. So how can we expect a dude from another company, another entity to come in and come over here and do the fights that he want to do? You know what I'm saying? And I've been on record. I know you got to see Earl and Terence, man. You can see that fight. Not at 147. You won't see that fight. You won't see that fight while it's as hot as it is right now as far as, I'm not saying from a promotional standpoint, but as hot as it is right now, as both of them, they seem invincible. They seem ain't no way to beat them. And ain't no blueprint to beat them right now. You're not going to see it then. You're going to see somebody expose one of them get dropped, hurt, or outboxed, or a little bit outboxed, and it's going to be a blueprint. Does this diminish the hope that I had for the fights happening? No, I never had no hope. Because I know how Top Rank get down. When you get to your last fight of your deal, either, you take the fight, either they put you in a possible fight if you don't want to re-up, or they shelf you if you don't want to re-up. And Crawford didn't want to go through that. And he had excellent PR. I mean, not excellent PR. He had excellent promotional stability. When he got in trouble, they covered that shit up about the card. It was worse than what they said it was. All the other stuff he got going around, it's a lot of trouble going around. A lot of things he getting into, they covering up, just like they did Shakur Stevenson. But at the end of the day, I can't be mad at him. I can't. Get your money. If your money if it was right, it was right. But just know, every fighter don't want to be their own promoter. Just like every musician don't want to be independent. It's a lot of work. Everybody ain't a boss. You got some people that need a boss. If everybody was a boss, shit, it'd be a fucked up world. But everybody not a boss. Some people want people to answer for them. Some people want people to draw the road out for them. Put the blueprint out for them. Everybody don't have the ambition and have the business skills and the mindset that Floyd had. Everybody don't have that. And Terence Crawford he happy with Bob Arum. They feeding him. He happy. And when you work for somebody, it's a limit. It's a limit. It's a limit. But we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Don't forget, you want to join the streaming group where we be streaming Danny Garcia, Sean Porter. The link's in the description. I'll approve you right on into the Facebook group. Also, if you want to donate, we on PayPal. PayPal link in the description. Also, you want to get my instrumentals from. That link's in the description as well, too. A lot of people ask me about the instrumental beats. As well as check us out at the Raw and Cut Podcast, S210 College Sports Most Wanted. All those links in the description. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. We gone.